Slow internet is one of the problems we face in the Philippines. Although there is some improvement recently, we still quite slow compared to other sea neighbors like Thailand and Singapore. And this problem is getting worse when you are in the provinces, which is really struggle having not fast and smooth internet. Recently, the National Telecommunication approved the registration of Starlink's SpaceX satellite, which soon Philippines will be the first in Southeast Asia to have access on this. This is something on the horizon that have significantly improved internet connectivity. Starlink is a new way of providing internet service from the mind of Elon Musk, famed CEO of SpaceX and Tesla. According to DTI or the Department of Trade and Industry, SpaceX target to deploy a Starlink gateway in the Philippines by June 2022 before President Rodrigo Duterte's term end, and it also confirmed to arrive within Q4 of this year. Starlink is a satellite internet service provider that works by sending data via radio signals sent through space instead of through cables or optical fibers. This is made possible by the networks or constellation of satellites that SpaceX has developed and launched into low Earth orbit. Satellites far from Earth experience much higher latency, which is the time it takes to send data from one point to the next. Because Starlink satellites are launched in low orbit, they are 60 times closer to Earth, creating a high-speed, low-latency experience. There are currently 1,200 satellites already in operation, creating a strong network beaming high-speed broadband. In the next few years, Starlink is planning to increase the number to up to 40,000 satellites, further improving the network data speeds. Because Starlink does not need to install wires for connectivity, it can potentially bring a high-speed internet to poorly connected, unreachable areas. Early Starlink adopters are provided a kit including everything needed for setup, such as the Starlink dish, Wi-Fi router, power supply, cables, as well as a tripod or the roof mounts. Once properly installed and set up, the Starlink dish connects and communicates with the Starlink satellites, which provide a high-speed broadband internet. You can imagine the connection between the two like a single beam. When the satellite moves, the beam also moves, and when there are obstructions that interrupts the beam connection, your internet connection will also be interrupted. That's why it's important that the Starlink dish is set up in a place where there are no obstructions like trees or pools to achieve a clear field of view for the dish. Fortunately, there are also Starlink application that helps you find the perfect location where to set up your Starlink. While Starlink can potentially serve everyone around the world, the ones that will benefit the most from the satellite internet service are those that live in a far-flung and non-urban locations. These areas are usually unserved by different internet service providers because it is costly and difficult to bring their land-based infrastructure to those remote locations. For those living in cities and densely populated areas, Starlink in its beta version may not offer such a big improvement when compared to current fiber optics technology. Starlink also requires a clear field of view, which may be challenging to achieve in urban areas. Important to note that cellular will always have the advantage in dense urban areas, according to Elon Musk. Satellites are best for low to medium population density areas. For those living in location where fiber optics won't be going available anytime soon, Starlink is a promising alternative that can bring a high-speed, low-latency internet to your area. So how fast is Starlink internet? In its beta version, Starlink can offer data speeds varying from 50 Mbps to 150 Mbps and latency from 20 milliseconds to 40 milliseconds. As Starlink continues to develop by launching more satellites and installing more ground stations, data speed and latency are expected to improve dramatically. Where is Starlink currently available? Starlink is already available in beta version in select countries in North America, Europe, and Australia. However, there are immediate plans of expanding its coverage to countries in Asia and South America, with the goal of reaching most of Earth by the end of the year, all by next year, said Musk. When will Starlink come to the Philippines? The Philippines is one of the countries that Starlink is eyeing to launch its services sometime in 2022. Although there are no exact dates or details yet of when the service will be commercially available. What we know is that Starlink has already been in talks with some government officials about the coverage of the Philippines in satellite broadband. Starlink is also working up a partnership with the coverage ICT to complement the latest fiber technology. This partnership is set to bring high-speed internet to people in areas unreachable by converged technology. Thank you so much guys for watching my videos, and if you want more, please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell for more updates. So mga coolmates, see you in my next video.